Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and this is Around the World in 30 Days. So I'm going to take you back to North Carolina. Y'all, I don't travel much, so you're just going to spend some quality time in North Carolina at the 50% off store. And so I have 3 pictures, a 4x6, a 4x4, and a 2x2. I've decided to use the Echo Park pool party because even though we're not at a pool, they're sitting in a lifeguard chair, so I felt like it would be fitting enough. So I haven't used any of the 12x12 or any of the papers in this. I literally just cut into it to do this layout. I have chipboard ephemera and I have cardstock ephemera. So I feel like I've got what I need to get this layout created. So I have my papers, I have my ephemera, I have my pictures. So let's see how this goes. So the first thing I did was determine what papers I wanted to use. And those little pineapples are cute, but I don't think I have a need, or I can't think of what I would want to use this for. I love those pools though. Those are so cute. And we did just move somewhere with a pool. And I have lots of pool pictures. So I didn't want to use anything that was really pool specific on this layout since, like I said, we have a pool and I figured I would be able to use that stuff. So I pull this yellowy orange paper out. And I'm just going to do some weird inking. Like, there's no rhyme or reason. This is why I am scrapping on the fly. I got a stencil from Scrapping Reflections out. And I just thought I'd do some random, like, lines and spaces. So I got my blending brush and Salty Ocean. And I get that out and I just kind of make a diagonal line from the top to the bottom or from the bottom to the top. And I'm not trying to fully fill in every little space that I'm touching. If I was worried about that, I would have gotten some smaller daubers out. But I do want to have a full line. So I made sure to go from one corner to the other. And then for the other colors, I get out my small finger daubers. And this one is Candied Apple. And then I'm going to pull out a yellow. And I think it's Squeezed Lemonade. You all can see better than me, but because it's covered up by the little recording thing on this app for editing. So I just pick some random places and make some interesting lines. And because I want these to be more specific and in just those specific spaces, I'd use, like I said, the little finger dauber. I think I got those at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, maybe. And they aren't exactly the same. Like, I just kind of did some similar spaces. So I just want to make some little lines here and there. And I do like the way that this layout turned out. It's different, but it was a lot of fun. And like I said, this is the way I usually scrapbook when I'm just scrapping for myself and not following a sketch or a like a scrap lift or anything like that. So this is just my random way of playing. So I get some yellow on here, and you can't really see the yellow very well after it dries. I'm okay with that. Like I said, a lot of this is going to get covered with my pictures, but look how cool it is. I mean, it's just kind of random. I wish I had this when I had done a couple of different Lego layouts that I've done in the past for my son, because that page would really be cool. You could do some like altering colors and stuff and make it look like building Legos. But anyway, so this is the back of that pineapple paper, those leaves, and I just cut one straight down, 4 1/4 by 12, and then I cut a 6 1/4 and then a 4 1/4. So that I can mat those 2 pictures. And then the small picture, I didn't want to cut into some more paper. So I just grabbed a piece of scrap paper from my bin. And then I took the remaining ink from these 2 ink blending foams and just made a little square big enough to mat my picture. That way I'm bringing the color from the background into the picture and, you know, forward, and I'm not having to cut into another whole piece of paper, and so it's all getting tied together. So yay for that. And so I just put that down and then trim around, leaving enough of a border to where you can actually see the color, because it would kind of be pointless if you didn't. And now I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to bring my paper back, trim off the branding strip, and then I'm going to start trying to figure out how I want to place the pictures down. I mean, I obviously don't want to cover all of that, and I wasn't looking into that when I started inking through the stencil. You all know, scrapping on the fly. I do not process like that. I don't, you know, I don't always think that way. I mean, if you all watched my Mix It Up Monday layout, that was like an absolute disaster because I tried to put 3 pictures across and not cover the entire thing, and they were all 3 4x6. Now, I'm a bookkeeper. I do math for a living. But for some reason, I was not doing the math that 3 times 4 is 12, and 12 inches is how big your paper is. Oh, Kristen. So anyway, I made it work by dropping a picture and just using 2. It's fine. It turned out great, and I'm excited, and it gives me the opportunity to make a page to go with it. It'll be fine. I get to play with some more of my Sweet Rush, which is what I use for that layout. So now I have placed some pictures. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out the best place to where I'm not covering all of what I just did, but to where it's kind of like, it's, the funny thing is that I've put it upside down in the aspect of the bottom picture is the first picture that was taken, and then the top picture, that little one, is the last picture taken, but that's okay. It's not like I'm, you know, making a movie here. And so I wanted the bigger picture on the bottom to be kind of like something for everything else to sit on. Excuse me. So I'm just randomly pulling stuff out and using what I feel good about. I've got like a little ice cream shack, which there is one right across the street, but I just felt like it was a little shop, and that's where we were. I looked for somewhere to put this leaf, and I end up cutting it, putting it at the top, and then putting that little blue flag that I just moved over on top of it. So I'm doing a little clustery thing. I'm working on my clustering skills, you all. I really am. And then I just take the other part of the leaf and tuck it in over here. And that's the same leaves that are on the paper that I matted my pictures on. So I just use my Nuvo Deluxe and put it on top of that little triangular banner or flag. And I'm just going to have that coming down from the top. And I think that looks good. I think I'm going to add something up there later. Okay, I did this last night, and I was so tired when I did the voiceover. I think I fell asleep. I was slurring like you all would have thought I was drunk. And I think I lost my train of thought like 5 or 6 times. So I deleted all of that and just re-voiceovered it. I am still very tired. It's the first week of school. We start school tomorrow. Oh, well, it'll be today when you see this, I think. Or maybe yesterday. I don't know. Anyway, I'm tired now. It's been a very long day. But so I just felt like instead of you all thinking I'm even more crazy than you probably already think I am, and not letting you all think that I like scrapbook drunk, because that's kind of how it sounded. I decided to just do it again. It's fine. Hopefully the one that I do for the next day, which is the layout I just built. See, it's so confusing when you're doing these for the next day. Anyway, hopefully I can get through doing the voiceover for that before I get too tired, or I'll have to do the same thing with it. So I'm just tucking in things that kind of, I mean, they don't necessarily go with what's happening here. We're at the discount store, so I mean, any little thing, like I put a hat up there. There are hats in the discount store. There's beach balls in the discount store. Like, everything there is 50% off, and it's a lot of fun, and we love going in there. The people in there are always friendly, and every year they seem to remember us, although I don't know. So I just kind of tucked some different things around, and I put this little chipboard on there that says best vacation ever or something like that. And I mean, it was a very good vacation. Especially since we've gone 2 years without going because of, you know, that thing that no one wants to talk about. And so it was a good time for us to be able to go as a family. And with everything else that's happened in my life since we went to the beach, it was definitely a good thing that we, you know, were able to do that. I knew I put something else up there. So I put this little word phrase up there, and I don't know what it says, but I'm going to show you up close so you can tell. Ah, there we go. Happy times and sunshine. And when we first got there, it was sunny, but we stayed so long that it was dark. Oh, and I put a little ice cream cone or a popsicle in there too. Sorry for all the jerking around. I'm not kidding, y'all. I was absolutely exhausted. So there's my Henri daughter sitting in the lifeguard chair, my best friend acting all silly, and then, of course, me too. And I love the way that ink came through to where it's not fully filling in all those little spaces, and it just kind of peeks out in different places. So I had a lot of fun with this layout, no matter how tired I was. We'll see the quality of my layouts over the next week while I'm trying to get the beginning of the school year started, but it'll be fine. I hope you all will go check out everyone below that's hopping along, and I hope you'll come back and see me and my crazy self again very soon. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Have a great night and happy scrapping.